these Democrats now and their utter hypocrisy is breathtaking. Listen to Democrats attempting, starting with Jen Psaki and then moving on to the likes of Tim Walz and Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris and AOC and on and on and on. Just listen to Democrats and what they say about freedom of speech, which they're now claiming is at risk.
You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
There are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrent.
If people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block. It's really hard to govern today.
This is a matter of corporate responsibility. Twitter should be held accountable and shut down that site. It is a matter of safety and corporate accountability.
The First Amendment is not absolute. It does not protect any single thing anyone says. And there are limits, and that's important. And what this committee has been trying to do for the last year and a half is to chill the federal government from monitoring what is going on social media.
When you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very, very clearly incitement of violence. Very clearly incitement of violence. I believe that when it comes to broadcast television, like Fox News, these are subject to federal law, federal regulation in terms of what's allowed on air and what isn't.
So my biggest concern is that your view has the First Amendment hamstringing the government in significant ways.
Now, go over what we just heard there. Jen Psaki talking about deplatforming Donald Trump, no guarantee of freedom of speech, Tim Walz, criminally or civilly being, charged or prosecuted, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris shut down Twitter, silence voices. AOC doesn't even understand the law. Very different, governing regulations. You have to act within the public interest if you are a broadcast channel. That's not the same. The standard does not exist on cable. Inciting people to violence. I defy her to give us examples. I don't know any off the top of my head. Not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I can't think of one. So, and all of these people, they say all of these things and then they're acting as though, that conservatives, sure.